Hey, GRC and friends. It's been 4 months since we gathered together for worship without any restrictions. I'm here in my office, super quiet around here. And as many of you know, we have regathered for worship in baby steps over the past 4 weeks. And I'm glad to share with you that everyone attending is being great about keeping masks on at all times, except for those of us on the stage leading. But when we come down, the mask goes right back on. We have hand sanitizer stations scattered around, and there's no need to touch a door to get in and out of the building, the bathrooms, or the sanctuary. I share that all in the hope that it builds confidence as you consider gathering with us here in Glen Rock. But we'll continue to live stream for the foreseeable future. Just a reminder that for the summer through Labor Day Sunday, our live stream and our physical gathering is now at 10:15 a.m. You can always access that stream anytime once it starts on Facebook Live, and then when it ends, I believe, on our graceredeemer.com live stream page. One thing we never considered was celebrating the sacraments virtually. We know we can have a meeting online and be productive, but we can't and we won't substitute the gathered people of God administering the signs and symbols of the gospel, which are, biblically speaking, baptism and the Lord's Supper. But now that about 100 of us are gathered in person, our session believes that it is time to resume the sacraments. So I'd like to give you a detailed sense of how we will celebrate the Lord's Supper this coming Sunday, July 12th. First, a brief word on baptism, though. If you have professed faith, if you've never been baptized, and if you've been received by GRC as a professing believer in Jesus, we will baptize you gladly. Parents, if one of you is a member, and if you've attended the baptism class, and you have little ones you'd like to baptize, Steve Hogerheit and I will email you specific details so that you can decide whether you're comfortable scheduling baptism soon. We'd love to resume that practice. And if you have any questions about that practice, the steps required, just call the church office. On the Lord's Supper, bread and wine are symbols of the sacrifice of Christ, but spiritually they're much more than symbols. Eating and drinking are acts of faith. So if you do believe, if you properly hunger and thirst after Jesus, this real meal, real food and real drink enables participation, 1 Corinthians 10 says. Literally fellowship in the body and blood of Christ. Grace is given to the believer who partakes. A strengthening, affirming, divine promise, reminding kind of grace. And we have missed that for 4 months, and it's time to return. So the bread I will break at the table will not be distributed. Instead, we have these single-serve bread and juice combinations. In our family, I've described them as communion Lunchables. And obviously, we're making this concession for health reasons, and we'll use this during this pandemic period. If you're here, you won't leave your socially distanced seats that are 7 to 8 feet apart. Servers will approach the stage, use liberal hand sanitizer. They'll put gloves on for food service. That's the standard. They'll pick up a container that already has these elements in it, and then they'll bring the elements to you. You don't need to participate if you're uncomfortable. You can signal to the server like this, and they won't approach you. So whether you're single or a couple or a family sitting in a clump, one of you should signal to the server how many are receiving communion. So just put up a number like this. And the server will drop that number into your open hands. We ask you not to grab. Hold your hands out for contactless curbside delivery. And servers will reach everyone in overflow if necessary, and then come back and we'll partake together as normal. That's it. If you're at home, obviously you can't participate. My encouragement, though, would be for you to sing the 2 communion songs. The lyrics will be up as usual, and meditate on the heart of the gospel in those lyrics. And hopefully sooner than later, you'll be able to join us and eat and drink of Christ by faith. Hope to see you soon. Please keep our leaders and our staff posted as to how you're doing. We want to minister well to you, even though we're apart. May the Lord bless you and keep you.